So now the session, so we can continue, guys. So let me share the today's market. So in the morning, guys, I told you guys about not even in the morning. I should tell you like every day. I should tell you like every day, like most of the times the market will form. The market will try to take liquidity at the high of Asia. That's a fact. Either you're trading the high of Asia, either you're trading New York market, either you're trading London, either you're trading Asian market, that the market makers are always interested on the high of the session and the high of yesterday and the low of yesterday. That's how that's what that's how market works. So you can see, for example, let me set, for example, the high and low of the day. So you can see, for example, let me set the high and low of the day. So you can see this one is the so this one was the previous high. Let me set maybe a different color. Let me set maybe a different color, maybe a red one. Maybe set maybe a red one. So on this chart, you can see I have the high and low of the day of the previous days. So let me just take the horizontal line so that I can show you guys where I was looking for my opportunities, like, or where I always look for my entries in the market. So you can see, so today we had the high of yesterday, which was on Friday, and the low of yesterday here. Can see. So on this chart, you can see, so before the market opens, maybe London, because for me, I trade mostly London market. Less I trade on the US market. I trade mostly the London market because it is in the morning on my time zone. So I love trading the morning hours. Yeah, because it's the morning, the mind is fresh. Like, yeah, the mind is fresh. The day is fresh, the day is new, so you can make better decision in the morning than in the evening. Like, that's me. I don't know you guys. I don't know, guys. So in the evening, I'm always tired, so I don't think like that fast in the market. Yeah. So you can see, we had so the area that I'm always interested is the high and low of the day. This is the region. So if and the high and the low of the session, guys. See, guys. So let me just mark it. So we hear that session. So today, today the market opened. You can see the market opened, and it was just ranging between the yesterday's high and the yesterday's low for a while. Then it came to the eye of Asia. See very well. It came to the eye of Asia. Then it took the liquidity. You can see the liquidity, guys. You can see the liquidity on the Asian market. That one could be your first entry for maybe sell, because already the market has taken liquidity. Then you can see here, guys. Then you can see here the high and low of the Asia. So when the market broke the low of Asia, we usually have something called we usually have something called a breakout and retest in the market. Yeah. I know you guys maybe you've ever understand about it, about the Asian high, about the breakout and retest. So a breakout and retest is when the market breaks the structure, then retest. For example, let me just demonstrate something here so that you can get to understand. Let's say this one is the high and the low of the day. Just for example. So when the market breaks this region here, so this region is kind of like a resistance or not a resistance, support. And this region is the resistance. So the market breaks this region, which is called the support. Yeah, like most of the times, not all of the times, but most of the times, the market will tend to come back to where where the market broke. So here we normally say a breakout, which is the breakout and retest. You can see where the retest is here. Then the market goes down. See? So normally traders will look at the entry at where we have the retest in the market. You can see, guys. So these things happen today on the New York market. So same thing I've drawn here. Same thing I've drawn here. You can get this. You can get this chart. So this one is the high and the low of the session. That's it. So it happens the same thing. So you can see here. So this one is the low and the high and low of the session. You can see the high and low of the session. So the market came and took the liquidity. You can see here. So here was our first entry, our first entry. And I think most of us who were in the meeting in the morning, I think all of us we got this downtrend in the market. We got this downtrend because when we were doing the meeting, when we were doing the analysis in the meeting, by that time, I remember we were around here. Then I told you guys like we have an entry here for 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 liquidity trap. Yeah, because I remember I told you guys like every day when you wake up in the morning, like every day when you wake up in the morning, like the first thing which it should come in it should come in your mind is that am I at the high and the low of the day, or am I at the low or the high of the session? That is the most important thing you can do in the forex market. So for today, guys, you can see this market. So for today, you can see the market came and took the liquidity. You can see, yeah, at the high of Asia. Yeah, at the high of Asia. And that one was our first entry sell. That one was our first entry sell because I always insist, like every day, like when the market goes to the high of the previous session and take liquidity, then closes with a red candle like this one, then that one signals that the market is going downtrend because they have taken the stop losses of retail traders. Because guys, I told you guys like every day when the market takes stop losses of liquidity, it usually goes up, goes up, goes down, sorry. You can see here the market came and took the liquidity on the London Open. Then the market goes down. Then you can see right now what's happening. I remember, you can see now what's happening, guys, here. Yeah, you can see what's happening today. You can see what's happening right now here. Yeah, this one is the low of Asia. You can see? Not the low of Asia. New York. It's the New York market. Yeah, you can see what's happening here. See what's happening here. Then boom. So this one was your entry here. So if you are just waiting for the entry, think you have missed your entry here. You can see this one. See that one? Taking liquidity, then goes up. So this thing will repeat itself over and over and over in every time frame, in every currency. In every currency. Let's check maybe so so this one the market wanted to go up, but it failed on the New York market. You can see it failed on the New York market. Failed the New York market. Then we can check maybe Bollinger Band. Can check maybe Bollinger Band on I think today all the Bollinger Bands today the market went very well. Because you can see today so in Bollinger Bands you can use 5 minutes time frame or you can use 15 minutes time frame. So the difference part of it is that when you use a shorter time frame, so when you use a shorter time frame, So this means you'll you'll get a high risk to reward ratio when you use a lower time frame, like 5 minutes chart than 15 minutes chart. But when you use 15 minutes chart, when you use 5 minutes chart, it works. It works well, but it depends with what or with your risk to reward ratio. How much money do you want to make when this trade goes in your favor? Like for me on this Bollinger Band, I actually target to make maybe I should not maybe 5%. Like on every trade, that I take, I actually target to make 5%. Yeah, 5%. So like today you can see, you can see we had this one is 15 minutes time frame. Yeah, so you can see also on yesterday on NFP you got an entry here. Today you got an entry here. I got an entry here. So to me, from Thursday till from if for example you are trading New York market, for example you are trading New York market using Bollinger Band from let me check here from Friday, from Thursday till Monday today, it was just a winning trade. On Thursday, you got a winning trade here. On Friday, you got a winning trade here. On Monday, you got a winning trade. Oh no, on Monday you didn't got an entry here. You got a losing trade. But this one was 15 minutes time frame. So let's go to maybe a shorter time frame with a 5 minutes chart. For me, I usually trade on a 5 minutes time frame. Let it load, guys. So you can see, let's check for London even. Let's check for maybe New York or London. We can just check maybe, yeah. So you can see here, so you can see here on Thursday, guys, we had an entry. On Thursday, we had an entry on the New York market. So when you zoom these guys, when you zoom this currency here, you can see this. You can see this. This week it does not touch the lower band. You can see. So this one was not my entry here because it must touch for me to confirm. Yeah, even when you zoom it correctly, I think you can see does not touch, or am I seeing alone? Mm. How many are seeing that it has touched, for example? I think for me, it has not touched the lower band. Yeah. Are we together, guys? How many? Yes, yes, yes. Not yet. Yes, not yet. Yes. So this one was not your entry. Yeah. So this one I did not consider as my entry. So it must touch. This one I didn't consider. So I came here and considered this one as my entry here. It's kind of like a shooting star candle. Uh, then boom, the market goes on a New York market, then went down. So got an entry, a first entry on Thursday. Then on Friday here, you can see on Friday, uh, mostly during NFP, I don't normally trade the London. I don't normally trade New York, near London, but I trade mostly. No, I trade London, but I don't trade New York because New York, that's when the market is at the peak of of the NFP. So you can see here it failed. So here was a 5%. This was 5% because you could set your stop loss. Maybe for example here, how many pips stop loss? Maybe 10 pips. Then you take it 50 pips TP. That was really a good trade. Then this one was a failed trade on Friday. Even me, I don't trade mostly NFP. Yeah, NFP I don't trade it. I don't trade NFP. So this one I didn't take any trade. So NFP for me is just a resting day. Yeah, unless I trade maybe like a different account on news. Yeah, um but just opening a trade on NFP, I don't trade NFP. Yeah, you can see here we had a better entry on Bollinger Bands. The market came. You can see how I trade, guys. You can see when the market is opening. So when the market is opening, you can see, guys, When the market is opening here, I'm always very conversant with how the market is moving at the upper band and the lower band. I think this one is one of the easiest strategy you can ever encounter in Forex. Actually, this one is the one of the easiest strategy you can trade, but it requires a lot of discipline. It requires a lot of like discipline because uh this one is just like is like I don't know how I can say like it's kind of like a race, yeah, yeah, because you'll encounter like obstacles along the way as you move, as you trade with this system. Because sometimes you can get losing trade like that is consistent, that is uh maybe 3 days in a row, something of that sort. So this one was your entry today. The market came, not today, on Friday. Today, see this one. So today I was very keen. Today I was very keen on how the market is opening. You see, so the market opened on the London Open. Then the market went up. It broke above the middle band. You can see this middle band. So this middle band is always very important. You can also trade it. You can also trade it as a bounce. You can see here. So the market came and bounced at the upper band. You can see at the upper band. So when the market was at the upper band, I could consider here as my entry. Then I took that trade. How many pips stop loss? 13. Then you target times 5. That was just an entry. It was really good. Then it came also on a New York market. So New York market, you can see as the New York market was opening, I was very conversant with how the market is moving. So my timing area on this band is I'm waiting for the market to come and touch the upper band. You can see it came on the upper band. So it came on the upper band, then market goes down. You can see? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so let's check maybe today's market. This is how you can trade using Bollinger Bands, but um, maybe you can check maybe on a 15 minutes time frame, maybe other currencies. You can check Euro USD. Yeah, you can check Euro USD. Yeah, we can check Euro USD. Yeah, actually, I drew very well this market. You can see how this one. But today I didn't trade this USD. I traded GU today. Yeah, you can see. So this one, ilikuwa nimechora this one like I remember it was on Friday. I drew it on Friday and then I left it. I just locked the drawing here. Yeah, you can see I locked the drawing here. You can see I locked the drawing here. Yeah, you can see this one was the first touch, second touch, third touch here. So hii ndio ilikuwa interest sasa hapa. You could have got a sell here, sell here, then a sell here again. Then I'm waiting for another sell here. I think this one, I think this one, I think this one, I think this one will work well on I think this one will work well tomorrow. Yeah, for today, I'm not gonna consider this. Today I'm not gonna consider this entry. You can see? Yeah. So guys, every strategy it works. Every strategy it works. It depends with the one that works for you. I know most of you guys here, like all of us have got different personalities. Some of us are fast thinkers, others are just like not fast thinker. See, like so we have different personality. Others are high risk takers, others are low, like less risk takers. So we have different personalities. So for you to succeed in this industry, guys, like you need to you need to understand which system works for you. You see, So this system might work for me, but it may not work for you. Yeah, I remember someone telling me like that, telling me something like this, like you can have a system that it is working for this person, but it will never work for you. Yeah, I never understand how that the how the meaning of that point, guys. I didn't understand, but I came to understand later that um every system, like you can learn a system maybe on YouTube or anywhere, and you can feel it. Like, I love this system, I can trade it every day. Yeah, you can feel a system to be very easy and to be very, you're very confident to trade it. See. That's how you know that this thing is mine. This thing is mine. Then I can do it every day. Can you do it every day? So when you think it, can you do it every day? Then you can decide to trade like every day. Yeah. Then that one becomes your system. Even if you lose, you'll never feel it because you love it. You love that system. You see, because because maybe you have done your research. We have losing, you have got winning, you have got losing, you have got winning. But after a series of trades, you're going to get a winning trade. You're going to get a winning trade. You're going to get a winning trade. Okay, okay. So this one is for Euro USD. So if you, for example, you want to trade this, maybe you can wait tomorrow. Yeah. For this one, you can trade it tomorrow, guys. For this one, you can trade it. You can wait maybe tomorrow to trade it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one can trade for tomorrow. Maybe we check another currency. So this one tomorrow on the London Open, we're going to review this. So if on the London Open, because during the Asian market, the market is always lagging here on the Asian market. The market will always lag on the Asian market. So what you do is, I think we'll be waiting. So for this one, I'm expecting this market to range here, this region, because right now we are approaching the Asian market here, and the Asian market always have less volume, guys. Yeah, because of the Asian market, I expect this market. Then tomorrow on the London Open, then if the market comes to this region, then I'm gonna be interested to trade. Okay, let's dive to another currency, guys. Let's dive to another currency. Maybe check USD JPY, USD JPY. Yeah, yeah. This currency is also a very good currency. Yeah. There's one of my friend who really understand this market. Yeah, yeah. Anaitwanga Speranza. Anaitwanga Revi Speranza. Yes. Are you here, Revi? Umechoka.
Yes, I am.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yes. One day you're going to teach us how to trade this USD because I know you are a master of this currency.
I will.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So guys, this currency is just the same as GU. This currency is just the same as GBPSD. So if you really want, for example, if you really want maybe to have two currencies that you want to focus on two currencies, maybe full-time trading. So you can have GU and USD JPY because these two currencies move differently. So if for example, USD JPY is going up, G is going down. So you have negative and positive correlation currency. So in the Forex market, we have positive and negative correlation. So positive correlation means currency that move the same direction. So if, for example, Euro USD and GBPSD is going up, so those ones are called positive correlation. Those ones are called positive correlation. Then we have negative correlation. Negative correlation, these are currencies that move opposite. Not in a move opposite. Okay, okay, okay. Negative correlation. So you can see this one. If for example, I'm trading this one. Maybe ningekuja hapo ningechora hapo maybe trend line. Maybe about trend line. See? That was a very nice trade. This one was a really nice trade for entry. Yeah, let me check. It was which session? Oh, actually, it was London Open. Can see? So it was actually on the London Open. It was actually on the London Open. So London Open, yeah. Because guys, you can't trade all the currencies. Yes, you can't trade all the currencies. So this one I didn't trade because I was not analyzing this market. But now, but right now, I'm trying to see the opportunities in this currency. I'm trying to see the opportunities on USD JPY. So I could made good capital. Can say, hey, this is crazy, guys. This is crazy. What I love about USD JPY is that it moves. It has got volume. Yeah, volume, 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 volume. Yeah, you see, USD JPY and GJ, those one are crazy, crazy in terms of pips because because for this one, maybe how many pips could you set as a stop loss? That you can see, guys, around 33 pips stop loss. But you're going to take it more than 200. So let's check tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to wait for the market to come to this region. This is the region of a demand zone. So this one is called a demand zone in the forex market. It's called a demand zone. So this one was your first touch. First touch there. Then we have the second touch in this region. We have the second touch in this region, and then we have the third touch in this region, whereby we buy. So we buy on the third touch, guys. Then on the fourth touch, we buy again. So just waiting, just waiting. I don't know if it will give us the fifth touch because you never know. I don't know if it will give us the fifth touch. Yeah, so you can take even this strategy. You can take even this strategy as your own. Yeah, you can master even trend line. You can master trend line and you focus on it to trend. Yeah, at least you need to have at least one system that you have mastered it. Yeah, yeah. So again, we have, so these are the first touch, second touch. So we have finished the analysis. You see guys, how you just, for example, wake up in the morning, analyze the market, and you walk away, and you just wait for the market. See, you can just wait for the market. So you can set alerts. We have alerts on TradingView. You right click on your cursor on your screen, then you have alert. You can see this one is called alert. We have here trade alert. So you can decide to say, like, you can decide, maybe, for example, you're so busy, you're not around to trade, maybe you can decide to set an alarm around here. So if the market comes around this region, around this region around this region of 1 point, let me just this region of 1.145.556, 1.556, you can decide to set an alarm, like an alarm or alert. 145.56. So you can just write here 145, 145.56, like this. Then you create. Then you can decide maybe to alert you on email, maybe an alarm on email, like that. It's for you to choose, guys. Guys, it's for you maybe to choose. Yeah, you can decide alarm or on a notification on email. You can see here we have send on email, play sound, send mail, text, anything, or even an app, mobile app. Yeah, it depends with you. Yeah, you can decide, for example, to set an alarm. So if the market comes to this around this region, it's going to alert you. Maybe, for example, you're moving. Yeah, if you just and the what you do is you need to set your data to be on every time when for example, you're doing other things, so that when the market reaches that point, the email will alert you, maybe on with sound or anything. Okay. Yeah, so guys, I have finished on analyzing the USD JPY. So which market can we analyze again? Maybe on the chat box, guys. The chat box, maybe on the chat box. We have GPP JPY. Edwin and assignment. Edwin is saying we analyze GPP JPY. So we check GPJPY. So this one, so USDJPY, we're finished with it. Yeah, it's just simple like that. We're just finished. Yeah, we will review tomorrow. Tomorrow's class in the evening, we'll review this USDJPY. Yeah. So on so we have again is GBP So we can go maybe to a higher time frame. We check. Yeah. Sometimes you can you can analyze a market, but you can't get the clear pattern. You can't get the clear how this currency is moving. Like for this one, this currency is not for me. This currency is kind of like I don't know how this currency is moving, but I can just say maybe to focus on this region only. Maybe this region. Maybe I can focus on that region only. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, maybe I can focus on this region. Maybe I can say, oh, this one is my first touch here. Then this one is my second touch here. Then let me wait for the third touch, maybe around. Yeah, maybe I can say something like this. Yeah, so this trade is going to happen. So this trade is going to happen. This trade is going to happen today on the Asian market because we have GPP JPY. JPY is going to happen because that's a Japanese yen. It's the Asian market. Yeah, that's the Asian market. So if you want to trade the Asian market, you can wait today. You can wait to trade on this region. Maybe if the market comes and touch um, the trend line here, then you can buy. Yeah. Which other currency can you recommend me, guys? We check together. Yeah. Any currency, maybe gold. Um, yeah, just type there if you really want any currency that your best currency. I know everyone here has got the best currency. Yeah, yeah. For me, my best currency is GU. I know. Yeah, everyone is different. Yeah, for me, I trade GU a lot. I trade GU a lot. Yeah. So for this one, maybe I can try to analyze. Let me go to higher time frame so that I can get the clear picture of it. Can get a clear picture of it on higher time frame. So on higher time frame, it's not very clear. On higher time frame, it's not very clear. Maybe we go to maybe for more another higher time frame, H4. You check together on H4. This currency is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. This currency is crazy. Yeah, this currency is crazy, it's crazy. I don't know how we can analyze this one, but this one is kind of like, yeah, sometimes you can get a currency, but you can fail to analyze the currency because you can see that. So this one, first touch like this, you can see and see. Then second touch. Now this one it failed. You can see the market came. Then I don't know if it's trying to form a W pattern so that it can go up, but the possibility is going up on this gold. The possibility is going up on H4. Yeah. Yeah, I think still is in an uptrend. Still is the market is still on an uptrend market. The market is still on uptrend market. Yeah. Yeah, but gold is not very clear to me. Sometimes you can get a currency, but it's not clear. So I leave it. So I only trade currency that I feel that is moving well. Yeah. So we have USDJPY, we have USDJPY. Oh, not USDJPY, USDCHF. Sorry, USDCHF. Yeah. Let's check USDCHF. Even this one is a bit tricky. This one also is a bit tricky because I can just draw it like this. Can see, guys? Yeah. My first touch. My first touch here. My second touch here. Then my third chart for an entry sell was here, guys. So what I'm waiting is I'm waiting for this market to come back to this region again here. So that I can look for a very strong sell. You can see, guys? Yeah. So that means yes, strong sell. So I can look for strong selling. So this one might take time. This one it might take time because it's H4. Yeah, it might take maybe it might take time because it's on H4 time frame. Because it is on H4 time frame. So it might take time. Yeah. Maybe which currency, maybe two currencies as we finish. Maybe we check two currencies. Maybe I can suggest maybe New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar. Now this one, you can just check. You can just zoom it, then you check it correctly, how this currency it is. So we had this currency. You see, we had our first touch, then we had our second touch. You see how trend is very clear to trade. You see, it's very clear to trade. Kwanza hapa like everyone alichukua stop loss ya TP hapa. That was a must. Yeah, I know when you're gonna trade this setup of a New Zealand dollar, I think most of them they were trading at demand zones. Because can just imagine this one was your first touch. You drew here your first touch, then we had your second touch here. You can just imagine this trade. It came immediately and touched the trend line, and the market went up. And I should tell you guys, like I should tell you, on trend line, you take profit on the previous high. Where was your previous high? Of course, it was here. When the market when the market came in this region here, came to this region here, then maybe I entered here a buy market here, maybe for example here, here, maybe here buy. Of course, TP unachukua wapi? TP ningechukua hapa juu because the previous high. Now immediately the market came to the previous high, you see, and reversed. So right now, if you really want to trade this currency, maybe tomorrow or any other day, you can see now the market broke. The market broke. The market broke the trend line. So when the market breaks the trend line, you can trade something called breakout and retest. Breakout. So this one is breakout. So I'm waiting for something called a retest again here for an entry, for an entry sell. Yeah, it's a breakout and retest. It's a nice trade. It's a nice trade if you really get entries. This one is a nice trade for a New Zealand dollar. So this is how you analyze. This is how you analyze and you wait for trades. Yeah. And you trade. You analyze and you wait for trade. For me, I trade. For me, I draw trend line and I confirm with, for example, like bands. Yeah, to get maybe a longer term entry, for example, like something of that sort. Yeah. Maybe we check which market do we check. Maybe the last time we can check Nasdaq. Yeah. Imekuwa kitambo nikitrade Nasdaq, but because imekuwa kitambo like maybe 1 week and 1 week sija trade Nasdaq. I usually trade Nasdaq most of the times, but I usually trade Nasdaq when I get good entries. Yeah, so Nasdaq I don't trade every day. Yeah, because I know how it is. I know how it is moving. So it's a very volatile currency. Yeah, you can deposit $100 and you can cash out 1,000 USD in 1 week. Yeah, I know that's possible with Nasdaq. So when you're using TradingView, make sure when you're using TradingView, make sure you choose, for example, FXTM or OANDA when you're using for Nasdaq. when you're looking for Nasdaq. I don't know if I don't know why it's not. I don't know how it's not coming up Nasdaq. I don't know why it's not coming up. I can just take this one for So it's just the same. Yeah, this one is H4. Hey, it's crazy. Let me just go to a lower time frame, 15 minutes chat. On H4 is crazy. On H4 is crazy. So this one on a 15 minutes time frame, you can see we have our first touch here. You can just say this one, our second touch, this one, this level. So I think you can wait for the third touch, come on that region. Yeah, but this currency is crazy. It's crazy. If it's moving down, it's moving down. So let me let me give you a scenario, guys. Let me give you a scenario. If, for example, you had here like $100, maybe umekuja hapo, you have deposit $100 hapa, for example. Maybe ukajembe sasa like let me enter sell Nasdaq. You have $100 USD USD on your account. Then you said this currency I'm gonna be risking 3% of 3% of $100. That is around that's a lot. Yes, lot. So if kama uliingia trade hapa on Nasdaq, then ukakuja ukaklozia hapa, see, ukakuja ukaklozia this market hapa, distance ya hapa to hapa is crazy. In terms of pips is crazy. It's crazy. Unaona hivyo, then ukaklozia hapa is crazy. Unaona hii is crazy. Sasa hii ndio unasikianga mtu hii sasa unasikianga mtu unasikianga somebody alideposit $100 na aka withdraw $3,000. Ni hivi sasa, hakuna, there's no secret. Inakuwa TV. Deposit $100, then hii trade amehold down trade. Yeah, hii ni tips mingi sana, hata wewe hesabu hizi tips. It's a lot. You need to, it's kind of like 30,000 pips. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. When you go to YouTube, you just Google just Google richest trader in South Africa or South African traders, or you can just type yes, just type South African traders. Most of them mpaka wengine wanajitanga there's a trader in South Africa well known, anajitanga Tumelo. So yeye mpaka kwa jina yake amajita Tumelo Nasdaq. Tumelo Nasdaq. Anajita Tumelo Nasdaq. Yeah. So ni kama tu like everyone in South Africa. Everyone in South Africa. Alafu I remember there's one student nilimfunzanga Forex. alikuwa South Africa. She was a lady actually. Alinipata Facebook akaninbox akanyewa group yangu, then nikazana kumfunza Forex. So the way she told me about South Africa is South Africa, when you join high school, like unaanza na Forex. Yeah, unaanza na Forex. Ukijoin to high school hivi like unaanza Forex. Then when you finish high school, there's no something like university. Most like right now, yeah, some go to university, but most of them because like Forex in South Africa is kind of like betting. Like right now Kenya sport pesa like South Africa, like it's kind of like betting like even like it's common. Yeah, so napata student anamaliza high school the next thing anafikiria ni trading, hakuna kitu kingine. Ndio maana that's why you get most South African traders. You get mostly South African traders 15 years old, they're driving Lamborghinis, 15 years old owning a mansion. But hebu angalia South Africans by the for them they motivate sana imagine ya on trading. Yeah, do you remember there's one trader alikuwa anajitanga I don't know, I can't remember the name. Anajitanga kuna ingine alikuwa anajitanga Jason Noah. We have a trader called Jason Noah. Yeah, Jason Noah. He's a South African. Well, son, on my journey of trading, alikuwa very young sana. He was around 15 years old and he was making like 10,000 USD. Hey. Then I was like, hey, this thing I can make it true. Yeah. For me, I think pia nilipata motivation from them. Yeah. Oh, this trade anaitwa bandile. Yeah. Ukienda YouTube, when you go to YouTube, just type bandile. This is the spelling of bandile. Let me just type for you. Yeah, it has traded. Sasa alikuwa ananipo, wana withdraw. Sija alikuwa na flip aje account. Anaitwa bandile. Yeah, the South African. Alikuwa 17 years old. Yeah, trending sana South Africa. He was a he was a he was a very consistent profitable trader. But yeye alikuwa na flip accounts. Yeye ana deposit $100 and a flip to $10,000. Hey, in 1 week. So alikuwa na live meeting, so ana trade every day. So anafanya kama live. Ana deposit $100, then by the end of the week ana withdraw maybe 7,000 USD. So unajiuliza like, how did these things happen? So I came to realize that these people are trading Nasdaq. Yeah, these people are trading Nasdaq. So sometimes wange lose this account. Sometimes so walikuwa na, so for them how they trade these people, unapatanga South African traders, for example, wako na $1,000. Yeah. Let's say wako na $1,000 kwa account yao. For example, they have $1,000 in the account. So wanagawa half. $100 times 10. See? So for them, I don't know which strategy they trade, but they usually trade like any strategy that we trade, but most of them they trade trend line. Unaona kama trend line kama hii. So unaona market ikuja on this trend line here, wanakuja hapo wana risk $100. Like they risk the whole $100. Unaona? So maybe for them wako na kama $1,000 wamegawa. So wanajua 10 trades moja lazima itaingiana. Lazima moja itaingiana. So wanapata $100. They risk all $100. Wana increase leverage, broker na magnify their accounts, wanapiga malot kama hata ya one lot. Then if this trade fails, they lose $100. Then they wait for another trade again. Yeah, unaona. So ukipata another trade, maybe imefail, maybe ilikuja ikahit their stop losses, then ikapanda juu. So they lose $100. So they wait again for the next trade again. So if they get another trade here, they risk $100, full $100. And the market kienda on their favor, unapatanga wanaendanga wana close huko na like almost 4,000 USD, 5,000 USD. Wana close in around 5,000 USD because wana hold it trade for a while. Yeah, for them they do swing trade. No. So imagine this person amepata trade hapa. Now hold this trade from $100 here mpaka hapa chini. Na alikuwa amerisk $100. Alikuwa amerisk the whole $100. Then ame hold this trade from here to here. That is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. So unapata mtu ameflip account from $100 to 1,000 to 10,000 USD. So unajiuliza like how did this thing happen? Maybe yeah, for them they trade Nasdaq. Yeah, so if you really want to trade Nasdaq, you can trade it very well. Nasdaq you can trade it, but it in a move for long. Unaona kama hapa. Listen, umepata entry hapa. Ukipata entry on this region here, ati umeingia sell hapa for example hapa. Then uko na $100. Na risk yote $100. Hii market kitambo ifike on this region, akiwalai hapa. The amount you're going to withdraw from here, it's totally crazy. Yeah, it's totally crazy. It's totally crazy. That is around 10,500 USD. Yeah. 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 So if you really want to prove this, just Google South African traders trading Nasdaq. Like most of them they trade Nasdaq. Yeah. So most of them wanna flip their accounts a lot. Hey, you wanna flip. It's kind of like a competition. Like who's going to make more. Yeah. For them, they usually do like that. Yeah. Nasdaq. Yeah. So you can take your time to trade. You can take your time to understand how this market works. For me, I've never understood the pattern of Nasdaq. Yeah. I've never understood how these things works, how this market moves. Because sometimes it can move really up, sometimes it can go down, sometimes it can go flat. So I think I need to take my time to understand how. That's why I don't trade every day. I usually trade when I get a nice setup on trend line. Yeah. But if you can get to understand Nasdaq, how to trade Nasdaq, you're going to be you're going to be one of the like best trader in Kenya. Yeah, if you can really understand Nasdaq, you're going to be the best trader in Kenya. Because in Kenya, I've never seen a person trading Nasdaq. Naonanga tu kwa like Facebook, but I've never seen on live trading a person trading Nasdaq. Naonanga tu, for example, somebody post screenshot, but live trading of Nasdaq, I've never seen a Kenyan doing I've never seen a Kenyan doing a Nasdaq. And maybe you might be the one, you might be the one showing us how to trade Nasdaq. Yeah, so you can just take your time to understand, because it takes time to understand currency, to understand an asset. It takes time. Yeah, how it moves. Like for me, the way I trade GU, it's I have like I am in sync with the market. Like I know how the market moves. Like I know GU, when it reaches a certain level, there's a possibility it's going to sell. You see, so when you master something like this on Nasdaq, you're going to be one of the best trader, and you're going to be one of the like wealthiest trader in Kenya. That is the fact. That is the fact. Because Kenya hapa hakuna na trade is Nasdaq. It is mostly gold. Yeah, and in Nasdaq na gold. Like Nasdaq is kind of like 10 times of gold. You can just imagine 10 times of gold. Na vile watu wanaogopanga gold. Unasikia watu wanaogopanga gold, wanasema gold inakupa pesa mingi, but unaweza pia lose a lot. Same thing, 10 times. Unaona vile gold iko like it's 10 times of gold. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So if you can master it, you're going to be one of the wealthiest trader in Kenya. Yeah. So guys, today I had planned to teach you about how to trade fundamentals, but because of time, I think tomorrow is still a day. We can just yeah, we can just look, we can just maybe learn tomorrow. So you can just learn tomorrow on how to trade the fundamentals of trading. Yeah. So in fundamentals, I'm gonna be teaching you like how to set like sell stop and buy stop at a certain level for you to benefit maybe the spikes of the market. So yeah, so I'm gonna be teaching you on that, so that maybe you can trade CPI. I think CPI is tomorrow. Let me check. CPI is let me check. Let me check before we close the meeting. Let me check CPI. CPI. So if you really want to see CPI, if you really want to check CPI currencies, like currencies on CPI, just type CPI release. Yeah. So you can see we have CPI on, we are on April. Yeah. 13th April. The 13th is on when? That is on when? NFP pia na very volatile. It's very volatile, guys. NFP, not, CPI is crazy. It's kind of like NFP. Yeah. Yeah, CPI is crazy. Yeah, it's 13. 13 is on, it is on when? Let me just check here. 13 is on April. Oh, May. We are on May. Sorry. We are on May or March. April. Uh, tuko March. Tuko April. April 13. April 13. Inasema Sunday. Mbona ni Sunday na ifai kwa Sunday? I don't know. 13 summer Sunday, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, but I'll confirm it. I'll confirm it. Oh, April 10. Sorry, it's on April 10. April 10. April 10. On Thursday. It is on Thursday. Let me check. On 13 is on. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in the calendar, or it's my calendar, or I'm checking May. Oh, April. Oh, April. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I was trying to look at this. April 13th. April. So, we don't on. Oh, we are checking here, guys. Sorry, guys. April 10. April 10. So, April 10, it's on Tuesday or Thursday. Yeah, this week. So, this week is CPI, guys, on 10th. Yeah, on 10th. Yeah, this week we are having CPI, guys. So this week we are having a CPI, which is on 10th. You can see here. Yeah, it's here. April 10. You can see it's April 10. Yeah, it's April 10. So we're going to have a CPI. So tomorrow I'm going to be showing how to trade news. Then you can decide. Then you can decide where the direction of the market is. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining the session, guys. Thank you for joining the session. Let's keep trading. Let's continue making money. Let's continue making money, guys. Let's continue making money. Yes. Msana nasema it was a wonderful class. Yeah. How was the class, guys? How was the class? Maybe comment something there in the chat box. Okay. Yeah, Robin anasema April 13th next week. Okay. Umisana anasema I've traded use soil ama US start. Yeah. I think you're going to show us tomorrow. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, guys. See, check it tomorrow, guys. Okay, okay, guys. Bye bye, guys. Good night. Thank you, Nesta. Asama class was awesome as usual. We appreciate you. Thank you, Nesta.